Hey guys, this is Jake, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to set up Google Search Console and how to use Google Search Console. So before I do any of that, I just typed in search.google.com/search console/about. And that just kind of brings you to a basic overview of what Search Console is and why you want it. And you definitely want it set up on your website. So the first thing you can do is you can improve your performance on Google search, which is exactly what this is all about. That's why I'm teaching all these classes to you. You can optimize your content with the analytics it provides. You can um, cause actually ask Google to look at your content so that it gets up faster. Get alerts to fix your website if there's a problem, and understand how Google sees your page. Now, look at this. All these videos are on ways to go ahead and help you do that. I'm going to give you guys a quick little down and dirty on what you can do. If you want more in-depth, you have the URL now right here, and you can take a look at all those videos also. So also, a lot of people still call this Google Webmaster because that's what it used to be called. Search Console now, but now you know. So I'm just going to go ahead and click Start Now. Now I already have an account set up. I've got a lot of accounts set up, in fact. So I'm going to go to one of my properties. So property is a website. I have lots of accounts, so let me see. Okay, I'll just go to this one. Okay, so I just kind of clicked on a random website here. So as I look at this, the first thing I land on is my overview page. This is just the basic overview of the website. You can see here the number of searches and clicks that your website gets each day. And if I click on that performance, it gives me a little bit deeper view of that. Okay, so 4 main metrics we're showing on performance, and performance is kind of just the best place to start. So I'm going to open up all of these. So the first thing is total clicks. That's pretty obvious what total clicks means. It's the number of people who actually click on your website. Also, total impressions. So impressions means the number of times someone actually laid eyes on the link to your website. So if I were to go to, I'm just going to type in something like Redding, California. This is an impression. I see Redding, California's Wikipedia page. I see the city of Redding page. I see the visit Redding page. Now, did I actually click on any of those? No. So it's not a click, it's an impression. And then there's the average CTR. CTR stands for click-through rate. And obviously, when you take impressions and divide by total clicks, you get the click-through rate, the number of views divided by the number of times it was clicked. In this case, 3.6% of the time when this website shows up in Google search, someone actually clicks on a link. Really hard to say whether or not that's good or not. This is not an active website of mine. But in some cases, you'd be proud of that, and in other cases, you'd want to increase that a little bit. And finally, average position. So 23.1. Now, in a normal Google search, you have 10 results, 1 through 10. So you want to be your average position, the lower, the better. To be in position 2.3, or I'm sorry, 23.1 means that I would have to click through 2 pages of Google results plus a halfway down the third one before I actually find my website. It's terrible. 70% of all clicks come from the very first page, and usually the higher the better. But one of the reasons this is showing up 23.1 is because we are tracking 1,000 keywords. And so now you just can't do that. So, and what I mean by that is if you had 1,000 keywords associated with your website, really only 15 to 30 are actually getting you 99% of all your traffic. The other 970 keywords are the ones that land you on page 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and you never really get any traffic from those. We're tracking 1,000 keywords. Let's just take a look at some of these. So Winch Ready Bumpers, that's the name of this company. So naturally, they get a lot of clicks out of that and impressions. I mean, a lot. Nearly half the time someone searches for the name, they end up going to the website, and of course, they're position 1 for that. Winch Ready, a little bit less exact of a search term, but they still have a 52.2% um, instance of people clicking on their website when they type in winch ready. So apparently there's a lot of association between the company and that phrase. Position 1.4, that's excellent. Winch bumpers for Chevy, even less exact. 12% though still, and they have a high position. So this website is doing well. It's showing up, Nissan Titan winch bumper. So website's doing good. It's showing up pretty high in the search results page for a lot of these searches. But what this tells me is I look at this, well, what interesting, Silverado winch bumper is showing up as a search that it's doing pretty darn well in. Dodge Dakota winch bumper, rear winch bumper, winch bumpers Ford. So if I was this website owner, I'd be looking at, winch bumpers Ford. We're ranking 1.6 and getting 12% click-through rate on that. That's pretty darn good. I'd also make a couple of pages that included winch bumpers Chevy, winch bumpers Dodge, because I don't see those up here. And we could potentially have those do as well as this phrase, winch bumpers Ford. I never would have guessed that people type that into as an online query when they're looking for a winch bumper, but apparently that's something they do. So I'm using this and I'm trying to understand the phraseology of what my customers are typing into Google so that I can make better informed decisions on how to make my next pages. And look at this. I can look at all of the key phrases that I'm number 1 for and really understand that better. So powder coating wheels near me. I rank number 1 for that. That's great. And it tells me what I can do more. And then of course I can go all the way. Now I'm in position 8, 2002 Dodge Durango off-road bumper. So this tells me that I don't really want to use key phrases that are so exact that I get fewer. They just show up way lower down the line. Also, you can see that this has 0 clicks. No one has ever, even though someone has typed this in, no one's ever clicked on it. Why? Because we're in position 8.8. No one clicks on it. And it's only shown up 23 times in the last 3 months. You can see here's my date range, 3 months. So clearly don't want to work on a keyword like that. So I know by looking at this list, I know what keywords I don't want to use, and I know what keywords I do want to use just by looking at what people are typing in. So that's how you use performance. URL inspection, this is a really great tool. So I can go ahead and type in winch ready, bumpers.com. Oops. Hold on. So if I go to I'll just say the Dodge page. I can copy that URL and I can just specifically look at this one page and let Google tell me all about it. So I can tell right away there's no errors. One, it's mobile friendly. That's good. I can actually click on the mobile friendly and I can test the URL coverage. That means Google sees it and knows what's on the page. That's great. URLs in Google. So basically green check marks across the board. If I want to know if I have any problems, what I can do is I can go to Core Web Vitals, and I can, ooh, look at this. I see a problem. I've got 5 poor URLs on my website on mobile. So let's open the mobile report. And I can see, look, these occurred very recently on Monday, November 9th. Today is the 13th, so just a few days ago. And this, when I scroll down in this report, it actually tells me what the problem is. LCP, that means, basically it's running too slowly. So now I know that there are some pages that are running too slowly. And here's a good example. Aggregate LCP is the time it takes for 75% of the visits to a URL to reach largest contentful paint. Again, the page is running slow. So why did 5 pages suddenly start running slow just recently? That's something I can look into. I can look at each page and find that out. So that's another reason why this tool is so great. I can know if my website is having some problems. I can look at security and manual actions. So no security issues detected. Great. I can go through all that stuff. Mobile usability. This is something that's really great. This shows me I have 1 error and 55 valid pages. Text is too small to read on one of my pages. So what I can do is I can click into this report. I can look at the text that's too small to read. I can go to the website, make that change. Clickable elements are too close together. Again, I can move a button away from another button to make sure that, because, when you're on a cell phone, you don't want to, you got a chubby finger trying to click between 2 things. It's not good, not fun. So minor issues. Now I know where they are and what I have to do to fix them. So really great information on Google Search Console. Make sure you set up Google Search Console. It works in concert with Google Analytics, which I'll cover in another video. But that's everything about that. So thank you guys, and tune in to the next video. Thanks.